Welcome one and all. I hope everybody's doing good. Better than good. I hope everybody's actually doing great. Welcome to another episode of JASL After Dark. This is shining too much. Let me put it on the inside. Alright, so I'm gonna give my co-host and my guest the opportunity to quickly join on so we can start the conversation and get things rolling. It's another Wednesday, so it's another opportunity to talk about something sexual. Vegan, we're big on sex positivity. So if it's Wednesday and it's 8 o'clock, then it's time to talk about sex. But I'm head cut off. Hold on.
Good night.
All right. Hi, Calvin. Welcome.
Yeah, man. What are your teeth and your chain are shining? I
Let me
can't.
realize. Cash for gold, cash for gold, cash for gold. All is well?
Yeah, man. There
Are most things.
most things, but you can't complain once you have life. So
You look slim. You look like you're slimming down. Is what's happening?
I'm not slimming though. Maybe it's the lighting.
Okay. You know, I admit to the people up on the live. Never me know what's going on. All right, you know that way. So let's just jump on. So we're gonna
Yeah.
try to grab Nets as soon as she's able to, and then we're gonna wait on Monifa, right? Monifa is also be
Yeah.
joining us. All right, so let me see if I can go ahead and add Nets. So we can start the conversation. Anytime you can see Nets up on TikTok these days or on Wednesdays. I
Don't
guess
it?
Net's all right. Net will let us know when she is ready. It's the she has set up, lad. Jesus God. All right, so we're gonna give next a few minutes. But all right, so everyone who is just joining, so tonight we'll be talking about erectile dysfunction, and I guess the conversation will broaden because tonight we're just exploring the topic. But next week we're gonna bring on someone from a medical background to give us more information about erectile dysfunction. So tonight I think you guys maybe enjoy it. So because we're talking more on the side of your experience, if you ever buck up on somebody, especially for the ladies, I guess they would call it deadwood. And for the men, have you ever had an experience, or are you? Is it something that you are going through, or something you're comfortable going to talk to your doctor about? So yeah, I think we call it impotent. We have so much different names for it, but we want to explore that and talk about it tonight.
So Jerome is gonna share his experiences.
Oh Lord, that's okay. That's okay. I'm people come from here, come bust my secret then. Ness, welcome.
Evening.
But the way you
And
tell me say I set up Nets, me think I like last week when you come in at the principal outfit.
No, me know that. No, me just have some ring lights and have like a seat.
How are you?
I'm tired, but the dolls are good. Um, Everybody I find out about my alter ego on TikTok. So,
How is that going? You're on
um,
TikTok.
my, my TikTok alter ego, honestly, like right now, I manage 2 TikTok pages. Some say people I find out about the second one. Some I say, John.
Is
But it's fun, I enjoy my like self.
so this week was good for you since we last spoke on Wednesday night.
Last boy, it was okay. Like I had a decent week. It was a little surprising the things that transpired, but I have a decent week. I hope everybody else had a good week too.
All right.
Yeah,
Somebody's asking about the
nobody.
second one, your second TikTok
No,
page.
I see the question, but I just choose to ignore.
People is like OnlyFans. Send them direct.
No,
Send a DM.
never.
Send a DM, and she will decide whether or not you're gonna be accepted and allowed.
what subscription cost?
What's the
What's it
cost,
coming?
Ness?
What's the subscription cost?
First of all, TikTok would not allow nudity on the app, so it's not OnlyFans. It's not
I don't
OnlyFans
know.
type content.
I hear about TikTok not allowing nudity, and that's true. But me, me think they're this close. Like this whole thing about tool out, so everybody on TikTok showing their ass. Um, everybody
Me
into
love
showing
that.
print. Everybody into showing print. Like TikTok, I don't know. TikTok is TikTok is Twitter with clothes on, with underwear on.
First of all, that's not even true because TikTok is way funnier and it's more addictive, sorry, than Twitter. So like I spend most of my time on TikTok now, like literally.
All right.
Own because I feel like I spend more time on Twitter. Or maybe that's because I'm bored. Maybe.
I spent too much of my time on Twitter in the past couple of years. Maybe I need a new platform now.
What I like about TikTok in comparison to the others is that it randomly just sends some things by your feed once you scroll and generally things that you like. So it feeds you and entertains you. All right. So
Yeah, TikTok, watch your old.
a lot would have happened since we last spoke Wednesday that I think we can all add our voices to. So the first one, I'm just gonna quickly try to get it out of the way, and that's the passing of our social media influencer Lexi. I think I know where I was. I was in the middle of watching Bala. Were premiering Bala, and then the entire comments literally went over to talking about Lexi, the social media influencer who tragically passed in a car accident. And no other persons also passed. We're not downplaying anybody life, but I think it was quite shocking in terms of just hearing Lexi pass because I think a lot more persons would have known her. Just it's really about just her influence on young people. She would have caught attention of a lot of persons coming from 876 roommates, and she was just really beloved by persons who wouldn't even have met her in person. So I just want to say, if there's anybody here who know her family and you can just pray for them, if you pray, if you can whisper any send out positive energy, just anything positive, and just be careful on the road. Just be careful in general. But next, you being an influencer in your own right, how did you react to that when you heard?
So the thing is, that's what people talking about it, but I just didn't know who everybody was talking about at first, right? Because I
Mm-hmm.
was actually in and off TikTok, right? So I saw one girl tweet it, and then I see somebody tweet like, Jono RP Lexus. I was like, maybe somebody that you know. So,
Mm-hmm.
we come off, and then my sister came to me and she was like, um, you remember Lexi from 876 roommates? I mean, I said, yeah. She was like, you know that she died? I mean, I said, oh my God, really? She just said, yeah, I went over to like all the news outlets and, news outlets online. And I was looking and I was like, geez, this is really something. Because I was like, she just posting her stories and like, but it's like, hear this like right now. Like, it's so crazy. And they literally saying like chills on my spine because man, I say, yo, life is so fragile. I literally just posted Instagram story 1 hour ago, and then the next hour, like everybody's be like, RIP. And what's interesting about it is before she passed, I've never seen her content on TikTok. After she passed, I see so much videos. Like TikTok just drop her into my algorithm. And I'm like, I didn't even know that she was on TikTok. I mean, I said, and I see all of people commenting. So I read the comments and I see other people commenting. And it's like, is it me or like, my TikTok is showing me a lot of her videos, and I was like, TikTok is doing that thing. And I was like, social media is such an interesting place where
Mm-hmm.
everybody in our country is talking about this person, and all of a sudden she's showing up on everybody's feed. So it was very sad, to see and to hear because I really liked her on 876 roommates, and I enjoyed seeing her on the teams with other people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Calvin.
as Nets would have mentioned, the fact that she would have still had things up on her Instagram stories. So it's like a chilling reminder of the frailty of life, and it allows you to reflect and realize that you're just living in the moment. So certain things that you allow to bother you, certain things that you allow to throw you off, and just spoil your whole day and make you make bad decisions. It's just not worth it because you really when good last. So it's really good to just live good, live kind, and just be a decent human being. That's my takeaway from it.
Yeah. So again, condolences to friends, family, and just everybody. And again, just please be safe. And it's just interesting. You don't have to know somebody in life or meet them, but you can just feel them energy and feel them positivity and just be burdensome and hurt by that. All right. From that, from one sad news to what I would describe as another sad news. Um, Kate and Prince William in Jamaica.
Hey, Jerome, I said I said something else, but you're honestly so right. Like, when I see the picture of them where I come out, man, I said, nobody here? I said, what you make about so? But even I love them something in them country, man, I said, I'm come on. Listen, I try to ignore it so hard. I see some memes and videos coming out of it, and I see people using it as promotional content. But I'm like, this is deplorable. I don't want to see this, so I did not see it. I just come off of social media.
Listen,
Yeah,
when
so
media,
hold on, Calvin. So Neds, by no means you wouldn't want to take a photo with the prince and something there.
Jerome, who I look like? And first of all, I like to say William did look good like when he was younger. The 18 and arts, cause them somebody, And see the man start bathing him, he must feel good. If you look at the younger picture, them, you're gonna say, see, Kregel. And Kregel up with the
But I'm
age.
surprised. So William royalty money couldn't win you over.
Jerome, no, like William, maybe Harry, come like a Harry, love Harry. I really like Harry, but not a William, not a William.
All right, Calvin, how you feel about royalty stepping on?
listen,
I mean,
when
again,
I'm scrolling on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere, and I'm seeing the videos and the photos, I just feel so embarrassed. I literally feel embarrassed. I look at the photos, and you see some of them are so telling. You see the Jamaicans stretching their hands through the chain link fence, reaching out to royal. It just feels like, wow, this is so colonial. It just feels like this is 1800. It doesn't feel like
Are you
something.
not embarrassed?
I mean, is it a case where that we're now woke? Is it the Barbados effect? Because I think once upon a time, once foreigner come, once white people are come, we clean up our house and we make and everybody happy. So is it a new dispensation?
I think it's pretty much the same effect. I think what we've seen on social media is indicative of what would have taken place in the past also. So even with, I mean, there's always be speculation. They talk about roads being fixed and this and that, all of that to welcome them. It feels like what would have happened in the past. It feels like what would have happened with Obama. I just feel yesterday
Obama was
people
my
leave.
favorite.
Yeah, I mean the Obama is a different situation though, right? So
No, but
we can.
Jerome, I'm not Jerome Calvin. Remember when they fix the road for Obama drive and the man fly over it? Like that is so iconic. Them display so much people and do everything for the man don't even touch the pavement. Yeah, that.
We benefited from that. I mean, in the photos, cause you know our little bit on Kumunjing, right? So in the photos that all right, so I saw a video where the Honorable Babsy Grange was introducing the leader of the opposition, and she introduced him like you could hear the audio at first, and she was like, "This is Mark Golding, he's a member of Parliament," and I was just like, she was introducing to the full-on leader of the opposition, and I think it took her a good 20 seconds to catch up on herself, and then she was like, "And he's the leader of the opposition," and I'm just like, savage, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But it was the politicking in the moment. I found it hilarious.
You know which one is hilarious though? The one with Lisa Hanna.
Lisa took up all of the space like Kamina is not sitting there?
No man. When Lisa, Kamina, and Kate were sitting, and I think Kate looked in Lisa's direction. You know when you laugh and you look at somebody to get them reaction, and Lisa looked away. I was like, it looked as if Lisa was giving her the cold shoulder, and I've seen articles, international press, putting it that way, saying that the royalties received cold treatment. But I mean, it's a video. I can't go on a limb and say yes, that's exactly what Lisa did. I mean, it really looked that way. But
I'm
I'm
not sure. I'm not sure. I think on my side, on my timeline, I felt more. I've kind of felt more like Kate was having a jolly good time with Lisa, and Camina, who is actually from the ruling party, was just there like a third wheel, like a full-on date is taking place. Two girls who are really, really good friends, and them they come from the same class, and then they have one girl where she did go to the same school, but she didn't have a lower grade, and she never did really pass all our subjects. Came out to hang out with us. So that's how it looked. But I don't know. All of this again is just one awesome pony show. I think Jamaicans are pretty much over it. I think the constant, you would have seen a lot of protests. Some of them, I think, is more on the comical side. And then for me, the big takeaway is that LA Lewis family come to Jamaica and it was in its full glory. So big up to LA out there.
it's so under how they must put the Maroon Emperor out. Like he's royalty. Like he deserves his time with his family members. Like
if cousin them come, all me want to know is how much money. Because remember when family come, them always well and tight and grease and blessed with something. LA needs to open me and I show how much money you get. That's all I want to know. All right, this is a weird story that and before me even get into it. So next, let me ask you a personal question. Are you afraid? I mean, I don't say it very vulgar, people. Sorry. Are you afraid to fart around males that you like? Or do you fart comfortably fart around your boyfriend?
Around my man, yes, but in my life, you don't really know each other like that. I just only seen local beats. Yeah.
So have you ever all it into a point where you're just like, Jesus, my cramp up?
No.
So is it that you step away and go do it, or you just like let it out the first time if you can't hold it no more?
Alright, so it depends, because sometimes I can feel it put them in there and say, maybe don't end up so bad. So you say you kind of gauge it. And you see, yeah, some if it's not go bad, I'm just alright, like, just let it go. But if I know it's not go bad, I say, so forward. I just take a step out the door and come back.
Calvin, for you, you're comfortable acting in front of your partner are
way too comfortable. Way too comfortable. I don't even have to know it for long, because if you can't accept me that way, that's fine, it not gonna work. So I'm for issues.
all right. Well, I'm ask a Brazilian singer. She she ended up in the hospital because she was uncomfortable in terms of farting in front of her boyfriend. So she went to the hospital. She literally like passed out. And when she woke up at the hospital, they said that she had what is called, and it's actually a term called trapped fart. Literally. So my girl, in her full-on relationship, she's not comfortable farting in front of her boyfriend. So she hold it up, full-on cramp up, pass out, wake up at the hospital. And here's my thing. So you do all of that to impress the man. Now the man has to end up at hospital with you. And over here I look for you because
My thing is, she's going to push her body through a window, go in the bathroom, something. It never so serious, people.
It never is. It never is that serious.
so because I want to know from the people in the comment section, are you comfortable farting in front of your partner? And if not, how do you work around that?
I see a comment say, me would have in a hospital too. You're mad? In front of...
But I know, I wonder, like, I saw it, and it's a real story. Just look it up. Look up Brazilian singer, hospitalized for not farting in front of her boyfriend. When I heard the story, came across the story this morning, I literally could not believe. I had to when I realized that I got it from like 3 news sources, I was like, this is really real. And on top of that, she posted it on her social media. I guess she was trying to get in front of the story before somebody broke it and be like,
better she fast and done, because she posted on her social media like everybody knows now. So like, good face.
and give them a chance to tell the story for you. That way you can tell it.
I don't know. I mean, I get for me, it's a case of comfort in terms of I think that's something you build up in terms of confidence and comfort. So there's no way we're gonna on first date or third date and we're gonna feel like say, yeah, I'm comfortable to the point
No,
I'm
but
gonna do
Jerome,
that.
some people do it, but no, Calvin would do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you hug you up and hold you. Can't escape. Sorry. Yeah?
but sometimes those things come off as cute. Like when you're, I mean, as part is nothing where people necessarily consider cute. But I think if you reach a level of comfort, sometimes you see people when you're in a relationship and you can hug your partner, you pretend like you throw it at them. That type of thing. I think you need to get there. Even in a relationship, yeah, you're on the toilet, your partner come on full on and brush them teeth. You know, just that level of comfort. Somebody send the disgusting face. But are you that comfortable in a relationship? Isn't that goals, net? And it's something that you ascribe to reach?
To be fair, the bathroom situation is kind of different for me because no matter what, I have to brush my teeth and no matter what, I have to pee pee. I'm have to use bathrooms. At the end of the day, you could have in there brush your teeth, you could have in there been my walking and I just do it. Like, some of the time, we all pass the bathroom and the bathroom door open, I'm just sit down and they say, like, you can't let them mess. No. I do see everybody. Like, it's just a thing that I do. The middle business, I not have no boundaries when they come into the bathroom. I just walk in. They have a shame. But I live with me and I'm comfortable enough to do stuff like that.
I mean,
Uh,
things are,
Christian Life said, that's why I'm single because I want to be in the toilet alone. Oh no.
I mean, those things are goals. You like to have that level of comfort.
Yeah.
That's a goal for me.
Yeah, those things are gold. As green face or disgusting as you want to call it, I think those things say this is when you know say the person will tell you every and anything. That's how
But
me see.
yeah,
I just feel say
you have
a
somebody
level of
that's
trust
still
has been.
speaking Jerome. Don't do it, especially if you're there with a man. Cause you know that man are not no art. Man
Net,
evil no. Man
if you're there with a
incredibly
man,
evil.
if you're there with a man and when you are use the bathroom, when you use the toilet, the man willing to come in and brush him teeth, may I tell you say somebody will ever cheat on you. May I tell you that?
No,
Yeah, but
Find you a
move on,
nigga
move
who is
on,
willing
move
to come and people, lesson 101. Find you a nigga who is willing to come and brush his teeth while you're on the toilet, and you find a nigga that will never ever cheat on you. The level of loyalty that you will have discovered there is unmatched.
A man just want to see all the barefoot in our skirts. I'm gone there with it. Oh, I'm gone there with it. I said, babes, you know, say it just looks so tempting. Men have nothing. Anyway, move on. Can you not start me up? It's too. I forgot my bed right after that show. Do not start me up.
All right. So, well, as I said, next week we'll broaden the conversation in terms of bringing somebody say lies. Lies, men cheat in and everything and everyone. That's not true. But stand by what I say. And until you can provide scientific data to prove otherwise, I am right.
I think the only data that we need is Beyonce and Jay-Z because at the end of the day, everybody was like, it's Beyonce and Jay-Z still cheated. Him still
Jay-Z was not
cheated.
using the bathroom while Beyonce was in it.
Yeah, joker.
All right, so we're here to talk about erectile dysfunction, right? And I said that next week we'll broaden the conversation by bringing on someone with a medical background to put it in more perspective and give us a clinical understanding. But tonight, the three of us will be talking about our experiences or the lack thereof with erectile dysfunction. Next, interestingly, I think Nets would have the most experience as much as she's the one who doesn't have a penis on the live. But I think the amount of men Nets has experienced having deadwood has made her angry about life. I don't know. That's the only way you could have been some bitter Nets. You have too much experience with deadwood. That's my story.
First of all,
wow.
Jerome, I did not know you invited me here to attack me. What do you mean?
All right. So if we're supposed to give a definition to erectile dysfunction, it's it would suggest that you can't maintain an erection for a prolonged period of time, especially during sex, right? It means that yeah, you can't keep it up. Or you just can't get it up at all. So it's between you can't maintain it or you can't get it up. So, Calvin, because we know this of the book on it, we will come to her after for our dissertation. For you, growing up as a man, when you hear about erectile dysfunction, when you hear about it, how that make you feel, is it something that you have ever be like, yo, what happened to me? We need to go get checked.
Yeah, growing up as a male, you have the idea that this is something you definitely don't want to experience because I mean, especially in Jamaica where we tend to use sexual prowess not calculate but to describe or can't find the word. But in terms of analyzing someone's masculinity, right, your maleness, so your sexual prowess is used for that. So if you are unable to maintain an erection, then it will have you questioning your masculinity, and if you are worth it as a man because you can't do that. So that mindset, having that in mind, is something that I think um, it would have been something you worry about, something you not necessarily worry, but something you are hoping never to experience. Yeah, so that's how it has been for me.
You talk
However,
about experience. You talk
yeah,
about experience. Yeah, man, talk about it.
yeah, yeah, man. Because what people should understand is that it is not necessarily a cause for concern unless it is something that is repeated, something that goes on for a prolonged period of time, right? So
Mm.
if you experience that one time, it's not the end of the world. It still works, right? If you experience that twice, I mean, it still works.
All right, so next, so far we're at Calvin experiencing twice. Continue, Calvin.
I never said that. I'm just saying that for the men who are listening out there. So I can give, let me see, one particular instance. Yeah. So may I get the bus, Zine, and it's not like it was planned, it was just happening. See me? And when we reached this and I realized I never actually want this. I didn't. So I right into and it's not,
So,
it doesn't matter what was being done, it just wouldn't come to the party.
so you're saying, in other words, Calvin, I use Wally Pop, pseudo words are in my tribe, girl. You're saying that once upon a time, maybe 2 weeks ago, you make a link and you're ready for much work and you're on your foot present, but you just couldn't get it up.
Yeah, it never wasn't coming out to play at all. Good game.
So, why describe what happened to you in that moment? Is it a
Yeah,
case where you
so I
say,
mean, in your mind, like, what is this? I've never what is happening? Like all of a sudden, like, Jano, what is, like, it has you worry, like, is this something that is going to be prolonged, or is it just a one-time thing? That's how it happens in the mind, and yeah.
so what she said to you at that point?
Interestingly,
Come and know she's gonna be like, oh, no worry.
reassuring, really reassuring, and like, don't worry, it happens. You're probably anxious or stressed about it. Just relax, and yeah, that was the reception. That was the response, and I was like, I wasn't sure how that made me feel either. Because that a bit patronizing. So
Emotional damage. That's what it is.
emotional damage. Yeah, I mean, it's good that that was the response, but I don't think it still had the.
Cause just Mr. Shanika, I want Shanika will come to about erectile dysfunction experience. Uh but in terms of that, like, yeah, I understand that she was maybe trying to be comforting, but Jesus God, I would just be like, leave. either me I leave or you have to leave. Me no want to hear nothing. Me no want to hear because that now. And then we can just imagine like as soon as they leave or she leave, imagine she know next. Must have finally link up with Calvin and nothing. You see the boy big, nothing, just body. No, you know, so like I am sure that was so that's your one and only experience, Calvin. You want to share tonight? Think of the other five. Remember the others that you told me about in the office. You can share them here. It's a safe space. All right, Ned, for you, as I say, you have the book. Calvin talk about it from him as the male going through that. You as a female now, being in that situation, you prepare yourself ready to be trampled and dominated, and it just never worked out to plan. Or tell me about that. What you do? What was that like for you?
So, okay, so first of all, ED is like a medical thing. So I feel like, if it happen on 1 and 2 time, I'm not gonna be like, get a it or whatever. But
Well, on
if
a
it,
personal level, me not like hearing ED. Why? Because ED is something I aspire to be in terms of like an organization, to be the head of it. So, I want out here when you say ED, and I call me ED, because I run an organization, not because my tool now works. So, what continue
either. Yeah, so I feel like I'm the type of person. This might be a little bit of a lie, but I think I'm the type of person to give multiple chances, and if you reach a point where you reach 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, I mean not with me, not with me, but like in general, then you need to go and check it out. So from my side, no, I mean it's a little bit disappointing because you're ready for the works, and then the boy just say, well, you're not really. So like I honestly like one time I was with my boyfriend at the time. Yes, we were full on in a relationship, okay? So it's not
Google
like
all of net boyfriend at this moment and filter them. Go.
so it's not like we're in a relationship for like years at this point, and it has never happened to him, and then it happened to him like one time, and we give him a hug. It's like he lost his mind, and he was like, "Why would you do that?" He's like, "Why would you do that? You just make me feel even worse about myself." And I'm like, I'm literally trying to comfort you. And he's like, I already felt bad, and this made it even worse. Like, you never talked to me for the rest of the night. The boy upset, and I'm just like, I didn't think it was that serious. Hearing Calvin say it, and then I also, speak to my male friends, and they're like, you shouldn't never do that. Because it just makes it feel worse because, him like ego
Wait a
already
minute.
bruised and
The level of violation in that one sentence. You speak to your male friends and tell them what exactly.
no, I never told them about it. I was just asking them a question. This was like way after the fact, Me and the boy left them time, yeah, still. So I was just talking to my male friends, and I was like, what if this happened to you? Like, what you don't want somebody to do, Because it was a conversation that came up. So it wasn't like that instance caused that. But my what's the return? So in my younger girl days, I like one little boy, because the boy, the boy is cute and so, he's older than me, and I say, the boy bossy, we woke up in our purse, the two we just there at the same place, same time, romance story. It just feel nice. And when the time come for me to, like say, all right, this is the time we were gonna do, it never stand up. So I said, all right, fine, like that's okay, we're not after nothing. He was like, no, we want to do it and take a stand up. I don't know what's happening, whatever. So I said, all right, that's no problem, pops. I'm not try what I'm just say. Anyway, so then him say, it's a so come, Mr. Boy walk outside. And he came back and he's like, okay, like I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it's standing like right now. And it lasted like literally like 10 seconds. I mean, I said, okay, cool, I guess. But then you know, like a couple years down the line, I was talking to one of my friends, and he was telling me a story about one of his female friends who was having sex, about to have sex with this guy, and he just couldn't sit on me. I said, "No, man, something alright." He said, so then the story just starts so familiar. I'm gonna say, "Is it XYZ?" And he said, "Oh, you know." And then I the same experience, and then I went on to like find out that it's happened to multiple women with the same person. So, and with our
So
excuse
hold
that, you
on,
know,
wait
my
That's
either
there,
what
wait
hurt
there, wait
me.
there.
disability.
So
In our
so
excuse for everybody, I'm either hurt him, I'm tired, like it's just always something. But then the thing is, I heard it from multiple women. So like me, I said, no man, I am, because so much woman can't
so
book at the wrong
clearly,
time.
clearly, this youth is attractive because if him can easily get women to be
No, him look
willing to
good,
have.
like him look real good. Like the boy no ugly. He's very handsome and him acts. Him just not have it.
Give me fat, give me ugly, but give me an erection. No, I mean, no, they want and then that's the thing too, because people do talk. But for me, well,
You know,
I
after girl,
can
I'm going
share
to
my,
group chat, my ask.
yeah, that's not gonna share mine now. So literally, there was a period in my life that I thought that was happening to me, like full on. I had gone through a breakup, right? So I was in a relationship for over 2 years. After we broke up and everything, I was just like, like devastated. You know how breakup go. Like during the breakup, especially when you're getting lefted, yeah, so all of the things them like, oh, I can't see my life without you. I don't think I can live. Look at me, still alive now.
Let me see it there.
Right? So I say all them something come and say, yo, me don't think we can live, and I said the more like mentally I was just gonna die. And then it rocked me. So during the process now, me I say, yo, I'm realizing the relationship really not go back. Me I say all the things that me think me need to say. I'm out here full on begging. Now I get looked on.
City boys down, Jerome.
So then now I say, all right, cool. And then the relationship was very sexual, right? So all right, cool. No, ready back to street, ready back to wild ways and everything. Like three different people, and it just never. And I'm like to the point now where I am disturbed. Like it was like I got up enough for holding a one condom, but by the time ready, dead. All right, dead. Me never go through the whole thing of being pat and pampered, because as soon as I realize that go, I'm just like put on my clothes. I'm like, what's up now? Like I play it up and just be like, well, I think on time will stop run soon. I think you need to go home. And then, as I said, because I
Nothing that
went through
drop
that,
your
now I call them
body.
back.
Your body?
I'm like, I'm not calling you back. So, the conversation, you're not done. Done. Because at that point, the first time it happened, I say, are you the problem? Like, clearly, me out here, I have all these sex and I enjoy myself. So, are you the problem? Again, it happened. And I said, no, this not normal, this not right. Happened again, and I started the coach. Go on.
So I was going to say, there was nothing wrong. I just think that you were heartbroken. Like I've seen it happen to a lot of men where they go through a breakup and they just cannot perform. So it's just like, I don't know, it just dead, you know? R.I.P. my boss type of vibes. So, it's actually very common that men, because they're not really, dealing with the heartbreak in that type of way, them just like, all right, let me just put it on the
Yeah,
inside.
because it's true. Because me never did that process the heartbreak. Me just ready to sex it out. Like, yeah, like all of this emotion that I
God
have,
have other plans for you, Jerome.
I full on wanted to just come. Like that was it. All my heartbreak pain should. But so it got so serious that I say, interestingly, I didn't say it to a male friend. I didn't say it to a male friend to be like, oh, this is happening to me. It's a female friend, I say it to and be like, um 3 times. No, like, no, honest to God, I was literally freaking out. Like, freaking the hell out, because fresh number 20s done. Blue, what? No, 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 no. Call me home. God asked, Jesus have plans to come tomorrow. This is the rapture. I'm going to have a church. And some of me, like, I was freaking out. So I tell one of my female friends about it, and I say, yo, you need to go doctor, like something is wrong. And you know what? Pull on a ball. Like, I just somebody reach, guys. You know. And then it was a case where men are talk about it and something like that. I said, maybe it's a case where you're stressed out, and cause she look it up herself, and I said, she showed me, say, yeah, see the article I said, if you're stressed, it can lead to that, and something, and thing. I mean, I say, yeah. So eventually, but I must say, I didn't have to go to the doctor. And then, to be honest, what kind of help this is, so moving beyond that, my next sexual encounter, because girl full on coach me and tell me what to do. She was like, put on porn to kind of set the mood. So when the person come over, just use porn and kind of set the mood to make sure, say, yo. And yeah, so porn did help, and then orals. I kind of made sure that the orals never cut short, so but it full on stay long for a while, because it was, sorry people, wet and sloppy for a good while. So I say, yeah, enjoying. So like, may I tell you, like, for me, when it came back to me, going back to lasting through a penetrative sex session, well, full on 20 minutes. It wasn't 20 minutes. I'm just saying that I'm not feel proud of me. Because y'all know I'm not giving nobody 20 minutes. But when I full on lasted, when I full on dedicated my 7 to 8 minutes, I was good. I was like, yo, my back a road. And so that was but trust me, it was devastating. Like, mentally shot. Just shot. So, I don't know. And Calvin is right. I think based on the culture, somebody take long distance to that. Based on our culture, you being able to have sex and maintain your erection, especially as a black man in a Jamaican culture, you're gonna need. So for me, I was willing to go to the doctor. Like, anything wrong with my penis, doc. This is what you all go to medical. You all went to medical school for 5 years and spending $1 million. You need to be able to tell me what is wrong and fix this right now, immediately. I don't want a pill. Fix this right now so I can go and go enjoy myself. but Net, like, for you as a female, all right, let's ask Calvin first. I'm asking so much questions. Calvin, are you okay with your partner? If you're experiencing that, are you comfortable going to the doctor with your partner to go deal with it?
Yeah, I am. So, I think I've gained that level of emotional maturity where I can definitely welcome having that kind of emotional support, right? So going to the doctor with a partner and having this discourse and knowing what's wrong and all that, doing that together, that would definitely be the good way for me.
Ned, your follow a guy go to the doctor to start that out?
Unless I'm my husband. I'm not follow a boy. Unless I'm a bride to be as well, but I'm not follow a youth. I'm not ask that. You can't ask that, Jerome. Because this minute it now stand up and me step through your door, you're already blocked. Right? I just saw me stay. You're blocked. So I like, if it's not my husband, I'm here ready for there. I mean, not there. I'm ready for married. Can't work my boss.
All right. Somebody asking for a friend, is the 1 minute syndrome a form of erectile dysfunction? From the little I know, I would say no.
Right. That would be a no. All right. So
I'm just excited.
The 1 minute man syndrome, as it's premature ejaculation. So what that means is that you basically ejaculate quicker than you would like to or your partner would like you. So yes, it can be classified as a form of sexual dysfunction, but it would not be erectile because you're able to get the erection, you're able to have the orgasm, you're able to ejaculate. It's just that you do it too fast.
Calvin, speak for yourself, but you would want to. Maybe my partner doesn't want to. If I'm
no,
coming
Jerome,
in 1 minute, that's what honestly, I have to give.
Jerome, 1 minute though?
No.
No.
Time.
If next, me tell you, and I can go a good 12 minutes. My ultimate bit, you gonna get 12 minutes. But if me happy, me not stay for 3 months, me come and me give you 1 minute and knock out and drop asleep. I think that that's not to say that every time we're having sex. I think this question is asked within a context of saying that you're constantly having sex and you're ejaculating in 1 minute. You're coming at 1 minute. I think that's the context. So clearly you need to speak to your doctor and see what is happening. But if on one-off occasion I am excited to see you and I come in
But
1
Jerome, if
minute,
it's a
I am not going
one-off,
to be
I don't
shamed.
understand because you know usually have them some of them you know say you have 8 minutes. I know you give me one, so you might get chop me my 7. So me I gonna know say something wrong. I'm gonna talk about
And
it.
I tell you, that is divulging a secret, a male secret. The thing to do is that, especially if you're a link, right? A new person to have sex with or anything. Males, go masturbate before you go. Just make sure, because especially if this is somebody who you have been working for a while and excited about, go and masturbate so that way when you go, all of that excitement don't end up happening in 1 minute.
I've
So
heard that before.
Yeah, facts. Uh,
Here,
I saw
Kelvin.
I saw a tweet a couple of days ago. A woman was saying that her ex, he drove 90 miles. No, not 90 miles. Sorry, 9 hours to her just to have sex for 7 minutes, and she was like, "What?" So
we're we're dividing that up and we're doing that amount of rounds.
listen, 9 hours. You know what trip to from Kingston to Westmoreland?
9 hours? Who the hell? Who the hell? If we're not full on in our relationship, X? No, 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 no,
Listen,
not nine
if
hours.
if after 2 hours him did stop and masturbate, he would have realized it don't work.
Calvin, that is fact. We know we're not talking about masturbation. A lot of the decisions,
Post not clarity.
and net maybe can speak for the females. A lot of the things that you will do while you're horny, you will not do the minute you come. May I tell
Facts.
you that?
Facts.
May I tell you that? The minute, like, you tell this person, oh, you're going to give them the world, you will do this and that. The minute you're going to masturbate, you're willing to drive from yes, so you're willing to cheat and match up a relationship. The minute you just say, you know what? When we go jerk off, you're just like,
Lil Wayne have it in the
no,
lyrics.
nobody wants to see you.
I think Lil Wayne have it in the lyrics of a song when he said, "As soon as I come to my senses."
Preach. Living testimony. Bring me to the altar. You hear? Use me as a vessel, God. That is me. Me is that lyric in the song. And no shame. Is that the same for female? Rescue the females then. Is it a case where things that you would do while you're horny, once it is that you play with your rose, as you told us all about last week, you come to your senses?
So for me, it's a little bit different. And I can tell nobody's gonna drive 9 hours for them car. I don't believe in traveling for men, and that's just fine. No, because I'm not gonna disappoint you.
Men.
If the man travel to me, he knows he get something good, right? But not for the much. Not for the much, and it's still worthwhile. Anyway, but for me, like like when before masturbating, me say, "Chow." Me I just do this to that person, yeah, but then when I do, bust a nut, me I say, why am I ever think about it in the first place? Me I say, yeah, so my post nut clarity really comes from who I would do it with, and say, all right, let's message that person, so I'm gonna say, no, before I message that person, I'm gonna just come after me and see if we really want to talk to that person, yeah, and half the time, not half. 99.9% of the time, I really don't want to talk to that person.
Facts.
The 0.1%
Calvin,
don't exist because I can't get a guarantee.
Calvin, what's the name of that biological term? Like, what is it that take me full on think a demon possession, right? It's on a spiritual level for me. We know it's more biological, but me think it's a demon possession. What is it that happened to us when we are horny, while we are willing to do all of these things and just like?
Yeah, I guess it's having all those hormones raging through your blood vessels, and the emotion just on high. Certain part of your brain lock off because you're focusing on reaching to that point. So I guess as soon as it happens, it's like, whoa, yeah, I never need to do this. Like, oh
You
me,
know,
like, like that.
you know, I think sperms or cum, I think it's full of a dun cells. Like them just then in your body and you're full on dunce, like a level of dunce needs to take you over. And as soon as you need to
Yeah,
let that out, like get rid of the dunceness, you need to flush. Like that come can't understand why is it that when you're on it, like those I mean I'm not telling you, like it's on a different level for me. Like a full on different level for me. Yo, when you talk about erectile dysfunction, time can fly.
I, only thing that's working when you have.
But on a serious note, I think for me, as I said, for me, like once something is wrong with me, I have no shame going to the doctor. I learned from a pretty young age that doctor go to school for a long time for be able to treat all of these things. You're, yeah, it's good if you have a friend that you can talk to about it. That is all good and fine because we all need a confidant or somebody we can trust. But I I have not. I don't think Jamaica has a culture where them can say, "Oh, doctors are chat your business." Honestly, it may happen. I mean, I go swear for any profession, but if you think about it, it's not a general thing where you hear, "Oh, doctors out here tell people your business." And even so, if you're not necessarily comfortable going to a doctor that is close to you, you can find one, maybe someone some that you don't know. But generally, I think people like to go to someone that they have developed trust with. So, especially for our males who are on the live, if you're experiencing what you think may be erectile dysfunction, go and check it out. Please don't be like that guy where Ned spoke about out here meeting different females and then one of them book up a TGI. All the girls are just like, oh, for all the girls that Rayon just not weren't able to perform at, we're gonna have a girls' night out to talk about it out. So go and check it out. Like on a serious note. Um, Also, you know that STIs can affect. I'm not saying STIs called erectile dysfunction. That's not what I'm saying. But STIs can affect your confidence or overall affect your sexual performance. So ensure that you contact us. Jamaica AIDS Support for Life is here to give you free HIV and syphilis testing. And if you're seeing anything happening with your body where you know really and truly shouldn't be there, you see one bump somewhere, one of the dead, you never plant cans and not supposed to grow. So reach out to us. Definitely send us a DM. Next, you have nothing to say to the people then?
Okay, guys. So the fact for this week is vaccines cannot change your DNA. It alters nothing, right? So when it goes in your system, all it's doing is protecting you from COVID, the original variant, the remix, the double back, because COVID is not over yet, guys. And thanks everybody who understand the assignment, so make we can at least out the door. Still not done, get vaxxed, get back to life. Period. So like a, I don't like a MOH commercial.
I don't think MOH will be hiring with that period. But sure. Thanks for that, Next. Calvin, before you go, what you say to the people there?
Yeah, what Ned said about a person getting vaccinated. Listen, the World Health Organization recommends that 70% of the population gets vaxxed, so you can get back to normalcy. I think it's like 20-something% in Jamaica. So people do your part, making the place safe, making yourself safe. Most importantly, yeah, let's get vaxxed. Simple.
Oh, and the last thing I will say is that there's absolutely no correlation between the vaccine and erectile dysfunction. So I know a lot of persons were saying that. None. Absolutely no evidence to show that it affects your manhood. What
But
we
you know
do
what
know
affects
and
your manhood? COVID.
COVID. Yes, and we had a Jamaican who was brave enough to come out and talk about it in go live and him explain say when he contracted COVID, uh, not even manhood. And man can tell you, like generally, even without you never ask for it, in the morning when you wake up, he just did it. And for him, while while he was living with the COVID virus, that's something that was just not there for him and that disturbed him. So he ensured that he got the vaccine and he's saying good now. So that's just some information for you. So again, guys, thank you for tuning in for another episode of JASL After Dark. Thanks for staying with us for the hour. We'll be back next week. Until then, bye.